What's happening, plasterers? It's Stu here from Troweltalk again, and today I want to talk to you about customer reviews, and I'm going to give you guys 3 tips on how you can gather more customer reviews. And this is following a private message from one of my coaching group members that has told me that he's been asking for customer reviews after finishing his jobs, but for whatever reason the customer is not sending them reviews and they're not putting them reviews up for him. So I'm going to talk to you today about some of the reasons that your customers might not leave you a review, and again I'm also going to give you 3 tips. Okay, so the first thing I want to say is, in today's world your customers are probably busier than they've ever been before. We're bombarded with notifications, messages, WhatsApp messages and emails, phone calls all day, bombarded with information and ads and videos on social media, and we're also working crazy hours, more hours than we've ever worked before. So give your customers the benefit of the doubt. If you're asking them for a review and they're not giving you a review, chances are they're just busy and they forgot. Okay, but if that's not the case and you've reminded them a few times now and they're still not leaving you that review, it could be that they're unhappy with something in the job, or they're unhappy with something to do with how you've ran your business and how you've done this job for them. Okay, so that's why it's really important that we work on ourselves and the delivery of our products and services to make sure that we're leaving no stone unturned when we're doing these jobs for people. And I'm speaking directly to domestic plasterers and tradespeople, not so much the site bashers. And the reason for that is, when you are doing your domestic jobs, you are the main contractor on that job, and that comes with a high level of responsibility. And it also means that you can't pass the buck to anybody. So oftentimes, and I'm speaking from my own experiences as well, and I'm not trying to knock the site spreads, because they do a damn good job. They're fast, efficient, and they can get the job done, but they don't need to worry so much about the prep, the sheeting up and the cleaning up, how loud the radio is. They don't need to be courteous and polite the way that you have to be when you're on your domestics. Okay, it goes without saying. And that was my first tip: be respectful. So be respectful and courteous and polite to your customers, to make sure that you make that great first impression when you start in the job, because you cannot put a price on first impressions when you first go into the customer's home. And remember guys, we can never take for granted that we're working in their home and they've opened the door to us and allowed them into their home. That's a big thing, that's a big deal for a lot of people. So if we can win their respect early doors when we start the job, get the roll and stroll down on the carpet, running up the stairs immediately before you do anything else, get the roll and stroll down, carefully sheet up their belongings and their furniture and their ornaments, show respect, show courtesy, show consideration to their home. The more respect that you can show to their home, the more impressed that they'll be with you for that first impression as a domestic plasterer. And you'll win them over by showing respect, not only by sheeting up and looking after their carpets and things like that, the basic things, but also with your language. Because if they hear you swearing and effing and blinding on the phone, or if they hear you swearing in conversation, some customers could take that as a sign of disrespect, even in 2025. Okay, so be careful with your language as well. Be professional. I'm not saying you have to be a choir boy and be all politically correct with everything you say, but try not to F-bomb and C-bomb and be using foul language on your jobs on these domestic projects, because it's not going to go down well, and it could sometimes cost you the review, especially if the customer is of an older generation where that kind of behaviour is frowned upon and they're not going to appreciate it at all. So be respectful with your language as well. So that's the first one, guys. Be respectful. If you're respectful to them and their property, then they'll show you respect back. They'll be respectful to you back. Second tip is mention your reviews and how important that they are to you. Mention how important your reviews are, and how you rely upon your reviews to generate new business, and how proud you are of your 5-star reviews, whether you're getting them on Facebook, on Trustpilot, on Google, whatever your go-to platform is to gather your reviews. Mention it. Say, oh, did you find us on Facebook? Did you have a read through our reviews? Is that how you found us? Just drop it into conversation. Or if they ask you, so how do you get your work then? Do you advertise? Or because that's a common question, that comes up when you're doing the job. They might ask you about your business, and then that's your opportunity then to plant that seed and tell them how important your customer reviews are to you. And what that does is it indicates to them that you might be asking them or have an expectation of them to leave you a review. It's something as simple as saying, every time we finish a job, we always ask our customers, to leave a review. So if you don't mind, once I've finished the project, if you're happy with everything, if you wouldn't mind leaving us a review, we'd really, really appreciate it. If you can get that conversation in early doors at the beginning of the project and then mention it again at the end of the project, then this is going to go a long way in setting up that verbal agreement for getting that review. Okay. And also, guys, you can get links now, okay, for Trustpilot, Facebook and Google, that you can text straight over to the client as soon as you finish the job. Or you can even get yourself some review cards with a QR code on, so that the customer can just simply scan it and then leave you a review. So if it's a case of they don't know how to leave you a review, they haven't got time to go on searching for your business online and finding the right platform, etc., then there's no real excuse anymore. We've got these links and these QR codes and these cards that we can use. Now, my final tip for you is to start the job strong, but also to finish strong as well. The start of the job is crucial, because if you can start strong, get everything prepped, make a good impression, be respectful, win the customer over that way by starting the job strong, that's going to go a long way in getting that review. But if you can finish strong as well, this is going to secure that review 100%. And when I say finish strong, what I mean is make sure that that place looks absolutely immaculate and the customer is 100% happy with the project before you leave. And if there are any little extras that you can do for that client, putting the rad back on or putting all the sockets and light switches back on, an extra little wipe down of the skirting and the arches and the doors and the windows and the glass, maybe squirting a bit of Windoline on the glass, take you 5 minutes, whatever it is, if you can go that extra mile and leave that job looking absolutely amazing and immaculate, that is going to mean that you're finishing strong. Now, to do that, you're going to need adequate time on that last day that you're on the job. Leave adequate time when you're doing these domestic jobs. Don't bash out the job and rush it on the last day and trying to load up that van and get everything thrown in the van at 6 p.m. because what you'll do is you'll exhaust yourself. If you're doing a set, if you're getting a mix on and having to snag the job, finish, load up, clean up, wipe down, hoover up and do everything in a day, it could be that you're too exhausted and stressed and tired and you've burnt yourself out, that now you're not going to really be asked in going over the entire job carefully and slowly and checking if everything's absolutely immaculate, and having that extra 10-15 minutes with the customer to talk through the job and if they're happy and the final invoice and things like that, leaving your business cards and having that energy and that the power left to do that. Because these are mistakes I've made where I've tried to shoehorn in a job, get it done quick, and so that I can go on to the next job because I've got another one starting in the morning, or I've got another job starting later in the afternoon and I'm trying to rush. Finish strong is what I'm saying. That's the last tip for you. So those tips will hopefully help you to gain more customer reviews, because ultimately we rely on these reviews online today in 2025 for our organic ranking positions online. And the more reviews that we can gather organically, it means the less money that we're having to spend on paid advertising like Checkatrade, My Builder, Facebook Boosts, and all these other companies that promise us the world but deliver very little results for a lot of money. And this can keep us working 7 days a week on low profit margins and spending out thousands of pounds that we don't have on advertisement, guys. So listen, if any of this helps you today and you're interested in joining our coaching program, if you can spare 80p a day, that's all it's going to cost you. You can come and join our group of 100 plasterers, where we're all trying to get our businesses ranking first page of Google. We're all trying to improve ourselves. We're all trying to build our brand and build our reputation up in our local area. Working on these kind of systems that I spoke about today, working on ourselves and our professionalism and our skills and our training. If this is something that interests you and you're a self-employed plasterer in the domestic market, or you're looking to move from site plastering to domestic plastering, and you feel that this kind of information and guidance could help you, then hit the link below and you can come and join the group for as little as 80p a day, and I look forward to seeing you in the group. Again, my name's Stu Roberts, and I'm the founder of Troweltalk Community Online, which is a Facebook community and a coaching program. I've also got the podcast, the YouTube channel. We're also on TikTok as well, so you should be able to find more information and watch some more content on any of those platforms. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.